This lesson's about strumming bass chords. I'm going to look at School Days by Stanley Clarke. Now he's mainly playing fifths, so what we do is we start on an A and add the fifth, the E. Now there are a few ways you can do this, and lots of people have different styles. And when I strum, I like to kind of sort of have an action like I've got a pick. Some people use their fingers like that. The other way, you could use two fingers, or you could sort of rake it. Now I'll go through the chords of Stanley Clarke. So you've got an A and an E, then you've got an F sharp and a C sharp, then you've got an E and a B, now an open D and an A, back to the F sharp, C sharp. He kind of plays this very quickly. Back to the E. Now we go to a C with a G, and then an open A, an E and an A. Okay, so the hard thing about playing chords like this, especially if you're going to strum it, is the dampening. That's for me the crucial part in this. And what I do is my second finger comes over. So when I'm playing that fifth, the second finger here is muting the A and the E, so I can strike. I mean, I'm obviously trying to just hit the D and G strings, but if I'm really going for it, or I'm kind of doing a double up and down action, I'm going to be hitting the A and E string. So if my second finger dampens, I'm not going to be having all this horrible rumbling going on. So yeah, so it's a kind of similar position, left hand position I use when I'm playing, say, octaves as well. If I'm playing an octave, especially slapping, I'll have my second finger protecting that E. So it's the same thing when I'm playing, going down with the fifths. That second finger's just staying. Now, it's different when you start using open strings. My thumb will come across now for especially that last chord when I'm hitting an open A and the E and the A. Brought my thumb over to protect the E string. Same thing when I've gone for that open, I've arched my second finger over and the thumb's come over. And then when I'm playing the C and the G, my little finger here is fretting the G, but it's also just touching the G string to mute that, and then the second finger's muting the E. Okay, another Stanley Clarke track which is sort of nice to practice these things. I can't remember the name of it, but he's doing similar progression. Same thing, A and an E. Then you go to the E, B, slide up to the F sharp. That that's a G and a D. D and an A. Now for the sound I'm using to kind of sound like Stanley Clarke, I've just rolled off the front pickup completely. If I put it back on, that's a better slap sound. If I roll the front pickup off, get that sort of toppy sound.